Alright, just checking some other settings. Okay. See if that helps any. PoE to the pile. Alright, goal of the day. Hit 66. Any other extra XP is just going to be a bonus. Goal is to try and get 1 level a day, so that way we can get up for Karzon by Tuesday. And I'm going to be disgustingly undergeared. And ready to get carried by the fam. The hacks has dropped your frames to 30, but have OPS setting 60. Not a great fix that fixes it. Is that just because Twitch, like, severely limits the bitrate for people who are just starting? Or is it because, like, my machine is short? Um, my network isn't the greatest right now. Otherwise, what I might do is just, quickly stop the stream and then just switch the canvas to 4K. Mix of the lot. Because I will say I'm watching the playback on Twitch now, and it's a lot more consistent, I guess. But I think also doing what you said, scaling it up to 4K may help a good bit too. Gonna be honest, it is like damn near unwatchable. Like, I know if I were watching this right now, I'd be a little bit annoyed. Probation period throttling might be a lot of it though. I'm guessing that changes once you hit like affiliate or something like that. My follower count is not quite there. Thankfully, WoW players don't watch this play, they usually stare at the camera, not even watch this listen. I think that's kind of true for most streamers. It's more so like background noise, and people who watch like smaller streamers, it's more so for like a conversation, in a sense. I'd say once you probably get beyond the 100 viewer part, then that gets a little bit more for like a show. Some interaction, but not as much as like sub 50 when there's only a handful of people in the chat. Watching for the company, not to feel alone. Background noise for everything. I don't want to be alone with my own thoughts. That's truly terrifying. So we'll just put on a WoW stream in the background instead. But yeah, I am definitely gonna start streaming some Luigi's Mansion. And I think I'm just gonna pull the trigger on um, emulating Bloodborne, because I don't think that's ever gonna get a PC port. And I think just doing a first time run through that probably get a handful of people to show up. Sit on my toolbox while I work on cars. I had no idea you worked on cars, dude. That's sick. He watches on my phone. His phone. Someone in the audience just said what after I said, sit on my toolbox while I work on cars. Okay, that's on you if you're making any kind of sexual deviance from that one. That's what Stid said. I sit on his toolbox while he works on the cars. Yeah. So an outsider, when they hear sit on my toolbox. Which Chevy car would you say gives you the most problems? Uh, no, if I'd sit on it all night long. I need to have a few breaks and get some water every now and then. Anything with the 1.4L turbo engine? That sounds like a Malibu, I'm just gonna say. I don't know if that's true or not. I was wrong. It's a Cruise and a Trax. Okay. So pretty much they're sedans. Okay, okay. Yeah. Is it just like they're like crammed in there and it's hard to like get to stuff and you have to like really take the car apart? Or is it just that type of engine is not great? Been rolling around in a Toyota Camry for a while, but recently sold the car because just have not been using it anywhere near as frequently as I had in the past. So, no more car note or car insurance, or tags, or gas, or maintenance costs. Saving a whole bunch of money with that. Leak oil from everywhere. That fucking sucks. Appreciate you letting me sit on your toolbox and just hang out. Promise in the future I'm gonna get this shit figured out with how awful the playback looks. Fix simple shit, you dismantle the whole damn thing, yeah. It just sucks, I only use them 14 to 19. I'm always laughed at the whole Chevy versus Ford thing. at least for cars, like, I've not really cared enough. Like, I've always just treated it as something that just got me from point A to point B. I never really had any type of brand or company loyalty to that regard. I sit on the toolbox and whisper sweet nothing into your earbuds. Hell yeah.
Doing it on purpose.
No, I don't. I will say that I upset Stids because I dropped him as my healer buddy. Just because the priest isn't doing it for me. So we're gonna be shaman buddies now, though. We're gonna be tossing totems on the floor. We've got an alien cat that's watching. Apply Morgar's tech, it'll look great. I've been saying that. Honestly, from day one. That's all I've been saying. I dislike Fords because they're hard to work on and need special tool for everything. I have heard that, like, Chevy is a lot more easily, not like customizable, but just easier to work on. But that's coming from just people I worked with alongside doing construction. But there were also people who said they would never drive a Chevy or a Ford, and they drove like GMCs and whatnot because they still wanted, I guess, American made. I don't know. But I've also talked with and worked alongside people who are also like super patriotic and cared a lot about America, but they drove Toyotas, like Tacomas and whatnot. So that was something that always intrigued me. Ford is the Apple of cars. I don't even know if Apple is the Apple that it was anymore either, though. I think it's just... I guess everything is just dropped in quality, though. It's just, like, fake expensive at this point. The whole kit is 120k to work on a Ford? What the heck? Planned obsolescence, that's how you get people to... Instead of having a subscription-based service, you have something that gets out of whack within a year or so. Yeah, we all know the planned obsolescence, how the enshittification of everything. And that's why we just keep saying it is what it is.